been slipping through the cracks of a stolen jewel. I was tightrope walking in two-ton shoes. And now somebody's talking a third world war. I've been caught in a mind riot, and the police said this is normal control. I've been caught in a mind riot. Candles burning yesterday. Somebody's best friend died. I've been caught in a mind riot. I was crying from my eye teeth, bleeding from my soul. And then I sharpened my wits on a dead man's skull. And then I built an elevator from his bones. I've been caught in a mind riot. Had to climb to the top floor to stamp out the coals. I've been caught in a mind riot. Candles burning yesterday. Somebody's best friend died. I've been caught in a mind riot. And I'm tired of it. I'm luckless mad struck in the pouring meadow rain. The pouring meadow rain. Mind right. Mind right. Mind right. Mind right. Hi, my name is Gravity Groove. Welcome to Not Safe for Work Magic. That was Mind Riot by Chris Cornell. Another beautiful Chris Cornell song that I love a ton. And here we are approaching, I think, 3.5 weeks recovery since our surgery, and feel like we're getting a little stronger every day. Hope that trend continues. It's been a little bit of a down day. Sometimes life is just a little gray, you know. We all have good days and bad days. This might be one of the bad ones. But we're still trying to just soldier on. What are our other options, right? I tell you, it's a lot of little things, but those little things just form incredible obstacles sometimes. Sometimes it's small things that get you out too, though. I find it super funny that I've been stuck at like 392 subscribers for like 4 months. I don't know why. I don't really understand the algorithm. I don't really understand how these things work. I don't know what gets promoted or who or why. I don't even stream yet, which I really, really should be streaming, because that's really the only way to probably grow or to, get any kind of, I guess, money out of this, which isn't really why I started doing this. It was just, the middle of a pandemic and I was bored. And I used to be fairly prolific in my area in terms of magic, and some people were interested in potentially seeing me do videos like this. But it doesn't really seem like in a world of lucky people and big giant personalities that there is a lot of demand for a writer slash vocalist slash autistic adult in the platform. I know they say it takes all kinds, but mostly it takes lucky kinds. And those of you who've been watching the show for any length of time, I really appreciate you. You're great. But you know luck isn't really our jam. And luck is largely what defines big name people who get to the top 10 of the best Magic players of all time lists, and people like me who do not draw Lightning Helix off the top. There are people who just have it easier, folks. Life is not fair. That's something I have been trying my entire life, from birth to now, to reconcile with, and it's still a hard pill to swallow. We're going to try one more draft today and see if we can get anything done here. Always looking for the magical 3 wins. But we're not going to do too much more of this. I like to save my gems for quick draft because it's cheaper. Therefore, I feel less general stress or irritation when the entire thing fails. And you can technically get more rares that way. If you just rare draft every time you can, you're getting a minimum of 3. It makes building a set out of drafting cheaper and a bit faster. So that's what I'm in for. If I had more cards, I could play more decks for y'all. Like, I would really love to try the Naya Fling deck. That looks like fun. Or some of the really goofy, like 3 and 4 color rune decks. Those look like fun as well. But we're still missing a number of the flip lands. And we do have the mythics to get like a full set of the red dragons if we need them. But we cannot get everything. We just can't. Hopefully we'll do a little better than last time. A lot better than last time would also be acceptable. We have our stalwart companion, black coffee. Scry X, where X is the amount of snow spent to cast the spell, then draw 3 cards. 5 mana, draw 3. Blizzard Brawl we know is very good. Struggle for Skemfar we know is very good. I don't know if Graven Lore is a good card. I'd assume it's fine. Oh, the fact that it's an instant is kind of cool. And it's always just an instant draw 3. We do have 2 very, very good green cards and 2 very, very good blue cards in this pack. Although the last time we chased rares, it did not end well for us. Glimpse the Cosmos is pretty cool. Rune Crown, also very good. If we get a single rune, it becomes just totally nuts. I don't think this is playable. This In Search of Greatness. I think it's got to be Glimpsed or Rune, and I'd rather just take the card that is colorless. It's a pick 3 Bound in Gold, which seems potentially pretty good. There's also an Iron Peak in here, or a Snow-Covered Plains. It's going to be hard to take Snow-Covered Plains over Bound in Gold, though. This doesn't necessarily mean we're white-green yet, either. It does often seem like it's pretty manageable to splash 3 colors. so long as you're not going for old growth troll like we did last time. We just constantly drew that card and had 2 green, or drew all of our green and never drew that card. But these are 2 very powerful cards, and these are all very powerful cards, really. Pretty solid start. Wow, another Bound in Gold, or a Runeforged champion, which kind of does the same thing as the Runed Crown. I mean, it's just got to be Bound in Gold, right? As much as like the rare drafter in me wants to cap the rare because maybe it'll be good, Bound in Gold is always good, and we already have a thing to fetch a rune. We're just real desperate for a rune, folks. Is this good? I've never seen this card. I don't even know what to think of it. It's probably not good. Glittering Frost is pretty reasonable to allow us to splash things, although Shieldmate is just a great 2-drop. Masked Vandal is another great 2-drop. Squash and Mistwalker, both also quite good. We don't end up having to be Snow, but it would be nice if that option exists. Several good choices here. Master Scald gets you back an enchantment card or an artifact, which we've got 2 Bound in Golds and a Rune Crown. Sculptor of Winter also potentially very good if we get a land. God's Hall Guardian also pretty good. I think 1 Scald seems like it's good here, being that we have so many potential payoffs for it. I don't think I've ever had that many payoffs in a deck when I was offered a Master Scald, so none of the stuff here is super good. I mean, Recruit is probably the best thing here. Broken Wings is fine, but not better than Masked Vandal. Huh. I don't really feel like any of this stuff is stuff we want or would play. Huh. It's weird to see these this late, right? And black's a little opened. Having a big butt seems okay. Like, this seems fine, but not at all impressive. Huh. Seems like we're in colors that are being heavily contested right now. Last pick, Wither Crown. Unusual. Well, we got to take 4 on Klex, regardless of if it was in our color or not. It is. But I'm very excited to take that. Otherwise, we would be picking... Oh, the Protector's also really good. Yeah, we'd be picking the Protector. So we might end up 3 colors. So far, all our whites only single requirements, which is nice. We haven't been offered a rune yet. We'd very much like to be offered a rune. This is why we didn't take the Runeforged champion, because we might just never see one. Having a Rune Crown without one is sad. Having a Rune Crown and a Runeforged champion and not one is sad. Ultra sad. Quakebringer. We're not splashing that, but I'll definitely take the Mythic and just call that a win of, 250 gems. Wow, Packmate. Packmate's great. Also, it's the only good green card in this pack, which is nice. Gosh, nothing here is very good, huh? I guess pick would help us diversify our mana a little. I would love to be picking up a couple lands, if possible. This seems like the land pickup. There's just nothing else here for us. Put a 1/1 counter on up to 2 creatures you control, Vigilance and Lifelink. It's cheap to activate. Gladewalker also pretty good here. Snow-covered Mountain is just kind of whatever. Like if we're not in black, we don't have a lot of 2-drops, so maybe this is fine. Elderleaf Mentor and Recluse both seem like totally fine cards here. We don't know if we're going to be in black, so we're not going to like commit to that. We've got a decent amount of 3s here. 3s where I tend to like to be heaviest in terms of... Oh god, it's the old growth troll again. Well, if we're definitely not in black... I can't resist. I want to cast it once. Oh, this wheeled? Wow, that's pretty great. So definitively no one is in our color combination, which is great. Another 2-drop / not 2-drop. Probably not playing anything here. We only have one snow-covered land, which isn't great, but we aren't really a snow deck at the moment, so it's probably okay. I'll play that, actually. Fall of the Imposter is pretty great. I don't think anything can beat Fall of the Imposter. That gives us 4 potential pieces of removal, which sounds pretty great. And I think we're approaching enough creatures here that we don't have to think about having to splash black. I would like one more 2-drop at least. Okay, so these are just both great options for us. I've discovered that Outrider is definitely not the card we want. We're not in blue enough. Glittering Frost also fine. I think I just take the duel here, right? I doubt we're going to have enough for Blizzard Brawl, but you never know. Wow, Binding the Old Gods. Oh, but it's in the same pack as Struggle. Let's just take Struggle and be happy. This would make me want to splash black. Like, this is fucking nuts, but it's in the same pack as a Struggle. I don't think this is playable with how this format seems to be sort of tempo-oriented. Making 2/2s for 3 mana a turn doesn't seem good. I wouldn't mind a 1-drop here, too. Like that Reach dude we just passed. We never ended up seeing a single rune, so we're probably cutting Runed Crown and just going to run the pick. This is probably just a Plains, right? I think another God's Hall Guardian is probably fine here. We're definitely going to be weak to flying, but we do have enough kill cards that it'll probably be okay. Hey, Runamite. Sweet. Man, this draft is like just 100,000% better in terms of like the card composition we've been offered. I mean, the result could still be the same. It still could be an absolute catastrophe, but it feels like we built a better deck anyway. With how few 2-drop creatures here, we probably are playing the Giant Ox. As boring a creature as it is. Wow, literally nothing for us here. I mean, there's some powerful cards here. And no one was in black this whole game. It's black just like that opened. This is playable, but I don't think we're going to end up having to play it. I think I might play one Raptor. It's a 1-drop that wears a pick or a crown. Just another bear. This might mean we don't have to play the Ox, which is fine. We've got 3 snow-colored lands. Maybe I should have taken that. Maybe I should have taken the snow permanent, since 3 seems to be the magic number for Blizzard Brawl, but eh. Well, we have a few snowlands. It's probably not going to matter. We've got a rune for our runed crown. Probably cutting a Giant Ox. Curve looks decent. We want to cut Raptor or Sentinel. Probably Raptor, because Sentinel potentially fixes for the uncastable Old Growth Troll. And now we're in 2 colors, so the Old Growth Troll is going to be more reasonable than in our previous deck. Much more green requirement than white, so we're probably going to not listen to the suggestion of the auto lander here. Go a little heavier on green. Do we want 17 mana, or do we want 16? How many of these foretell cards do we have? So this is actually a 2-drop. This is actually a 2-drop. This is actually a 2-drop. That's 3. 4, 5. 5 are actually 2-drops. Hmm. 5 are actually 2-drops. Huh. Maybe we do just go 16 lands. This is always going to be 4. The top end of our curve is just really these 4 cards. Huh. Runamite is a cantrip. Gold Vein Pick potentially gets us some free land. Packmate draws a card. Yeah, let's try 16 at first here. 3.3 though. Do we normally want 17 for 3 or higher? This is our one double weight card. That does make me a little unhappy. I feel like that's going to end up burning me, isn't it? Let's try 17 land and 41. I'm not sure if it's 16 or 17. I'm agonizing over it a little bit. Let's just give it a shot, see what happens. All right. We got a few turn 2 plays. We got an emergency butt if we need some defense from an early rush strategy. We got all the high end of our curve though, which is a little annoying. Like we just said that we have what 4 cards that are sort of at this height. We got all of them. Uh-oh, we're in the mirror. Oh man, I wish we had 2 green. I guess it's this and foretell another guardian. If we draw a land, we can cast a guardian, which would be sweet. 3 colors, and they got it off the bat. Ooh, 4 colors. Scary. Okay. They kill one of these critters, we might just want to destroy the replicating ring, I'm not sure. So we're just going to struggle. I think we have, what, 6, 7 white sources, and we've got 3 of them. It's not bad. Like this. I don't think I'm interested in risking the extra point of damage. And I'm not going to swing with this since this is vigilant. Maybe I'll use this to summon the Grizzled Outrider. That is assuming he doesn't have something to blow it up. Which he does. So this exiles it until I can destroy Sigrid. It's pretty good. Now we don't have it to tap for mana either. Pretty good. Unfortunately, we only have one other fight spell, so we don't have a good way to remove Sigrid. Okay, so the dude is just mono rares. That's not good for us. Mono rares is pretty scary. Because he exiled it, we still don't have Mass Vandal online to potentially blow up the replicating ring. Okay. It's kind of grinding us down here. Okay, I suppose that's a better target. Land we definitely do not need. It is just mono rares. His deck is just mono rares. If a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, exile it with an ice counter. You may cast spells in exile with ice counters on. We are definitely losing to mono rares, folks. Life gain. Yeah. Now we've jumped up the board. Master Scald is a literal blank right now. We swing with the 5/5. He can what? Lock with everything but this to kill the Outrider. He'll probably just jump with the Sentinel. So he has Raise. Raise or Tides. This deck is so grindy, man. I don't think we can beat it. So this will give... Oh, this will make this a 7/7 trample. Yeah. That's all I have that can attack successfully. Sure. One, two, three, 7, 8. So we have 9 land left in the deck. Our deck's better, but that doesn't mean we're not just going to get bombed out by someone who literally played just rare as their first several cards of the game. Wow. That was really depressing. Like, we just never had a chance to win. Like, none of our decisions mattered there. Never, ever had a chance to win. Okay, so this hand wants at least one more land. Another snow deck, and every land he's played has been snow. I feel like we're just playing this game wrong. Like, every deck we're facing looks immediately insane. Like, how fucking insane is this? That he's played Snowland, 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 and then this. Well, that's a terrible card, but... Okay. Old Growth Troll. So it begins. So he can tap this to do -3, -3. He does that as soon as we equip. So playing this out is useless. It's probably just foretell and try to equip, because we gotta try to do this. Really? Okay. Like, if he wants to use half his mana to do 2 extra damage, that seems like a win for us. I'm confused why he didn't use the priest. Sure. Okay. I don't think we want to bind that yet. That's about what we expected. Maybe we're going Glaive Equip now. As if we're racing. This is just the more important line. I think the best draw here would be another forest, so we could bound in gold Old Growth Troll. Sure. Still swinging. Wow. Not activating though. Interesting. Well, Absolutely brutal. Okay. That is how you lose a race, folks. So we could get the priest back if he full swung into us. Still missing the forest. Foreign collects here. I mean, he's just dead in 2 turns if he foreign collects, right? If he uses all of his mana next turn to try to get that thing back, he's just boned. That actually works for us. Traded up quite a bit with our 2-mana creature. Still awaiting the day where we get to cast Old Growth Troll. One day, folks. Sure. Cool. We got the Mythic Wind. One down, 2 to go, folks.
Take your marks. Set.
See if anyone out there in the entire world of Draft is playing a deck that is not a snow deck. Sure seems like we should just be aiming for like a deck that's just all 1-drops and 2-drops with as many Tormentors, helmets as possible to punish how slow people seem to be drafting right now. Although that's not always possible, right? Like, we didn't even see a Tormentor's Helm. We've got God's Hall Guardian on 2, and then, like, if we don't draw Forest, we're looking real bad. We are going first. Mulliganing in this format is kind of rough. We're never casting Old Growth Troll, so it's basically like we're already on 6. I think that's enough to make it mulligan. This hand is pretty good. I don't really want to throw anything back with this, but what do we throw back? Sentinel? I think we throw back Sentinel. They did not mulligan? They also mulliganed. Okay. At least we got that going for us. Bunch of castable things. We have 2 of our 3 snow sources. Ooh, did they mulligan twice? Well, we're not going to die super easily. We do have some blockers. Deep in the tank. Deep, deep, deep in the tank. Okay. Get our tap on. Well, we have old growth troll mana, folks. Let's see if we draw him. Nope. Land's definitely not what we wanted there. $11 land remain in our deck. We'd like to draw action for a little while here. I mean, I wouldn't call that action, but it's a card. It's a Mighty Hawk. Okay, now we're flooding. Land remain in our deck. One of our fight cards would be great. Bound in Gold would be great. Old Growth Troll and Warrenflex would be great. Well, Warrenflex is less great now, but I still think we're just smashing, right? Does he not understand that creature has Death Touch? Or does he have a fight spell? I don't understand that play. Cool. Cast Warrenclex, win. I'll always take that line, especially after how bad our last draft went. Cool. All right, one more. One more, and then we can die happy. Horn of Failure. Let's go. Turn 2, turn 3. Seems fine. It's not our best draw, but it seems pretty good. Let's get back the, Sure, I draw you on turn 2. Why wouldn't I? Can this get back the Fall of Imposter, I wonder? Really hoping we hit a land here. Sweet. So now we can equip this. And Can we swing with his boast on this? Yeah, we'll swing and just play the Guardian. Oh, no, that's not going to be good enough either. Because when he equips that up... Oh, yeah, we fucked up. That's fine. It's fine. He is an onboard 4-3, and I'm just stupid. Tons of mana there. Ooh, struggle. It seems like we gotta play struggle here, right? Eat the Firewalker, just sets him back a ton of mana. Kind of all in on this Scarecrow, unfortunately. Yeah. Well. It's a very big boy. So this makes him a 4/5. We can't really block effectively. Probably just playing the Grizzled. Yeah, we actually haven't had time to cast Fall, which is kind of sad. Sure. Pretty good. So we bound in gold this. And we just swing and then Fall of Imposter, I guess. Sure. Wow. So Masked Vandal, do we want to kill Dogged Pursuit or the Pick? It's got to be the Pick, right? And Finally did it, folks. We got 3 wins. And we got 2 mythics. So we made our money. Everything from here on is pretty vegan kosher. I can unclench my butt cheeks. Okay. I don't like gambling. I'm very risk averse. And Magic the Gathering is 100% a gambling simulator. There are people who disagree with me, but come on. We're paying to play. People online and Twitter have described that they've played like 8 or 9 entries in those like sealed weekend qualifiers before they got in. They're gambling. They're dumping a bunch of money in to open a random pool of cards, to get into matches where the draw results can be heavily variance-based, in a format that's heavily variance-based, to try to win money. It's gambling with extra steps, folks. As much as I like the core loop of Magic, and have in the past, I mean, I've played since Unlimited, the risk part of it, the like having to dump in bunches of money to have so many non-games, or just to lose your money and feel stupid, they just hurt more and more and more as I got older. Because it's like, you know what you're doing. Like, you know it's stupid. When you're a kid, you can justify it easier, I think. When you're an adult, it's like, well, this is just dumb. Like, I'm just irresponsible with money. And I know I have friends out there who own completely absurd amounts of cards. You probably just feel like I'm talking shit right now, but like, it's fine. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you're in a place in your life as an adult man where you feel as though you have that much expendable income for your hobby. I just don't. Man, we were going beatdown city. Wow. Wow. Okay. We're gonna have to bound and gold a Battlefield Raptor? I think we are. We're not winning the race. Whoa! Dude's got 2 mana and we're just like super dead. This has just got to be the most efficient line, right? We did not hit a land, folks. Wow, every creature is flying. Struggle, and we did not hit the land. Well, feeling pretty dead, folks. Feeling pretty dead. I guess we try to kill the Battlefield Raptor. And yeah. What he's got set up right now is just like perfect to beat us. Sure. So we're equipping this and bound and golding something. That's just the most power I can get on the field. Play the Packmate. If we hit a land, we can play out the Guardian or the Pick too. If he's got like Doomscar behind that Fortel, we're in bad shape. Sure. Let's see. He's got 4 blockers. We're swinging these 2 now. We can equip this so we can't trade. We can chump this. Yeah, I think it's better to just drop this thing, huh? Wow, he's flooding out. Well, that's pretty cool. Ooh, okay. Ravenform is a bad card. I mean, we were dead there until he Ravenformed, right? Like, we were just going to lose that game. And then he Ravenformed with us having an equipment out, and he just cost himself the game. I don't think you want Ravenform in your deck that's all small flying creatures and tempo plays. Yeah. I don't feel like I should have won that one. I feel like he made a mistake and I got to capitalize, but we also drew really well. Like, we drew 3 of our 4 removal spells. Seems reasonable. Now we just need to take our deck to the Old Growth Troll. I apologize. I apologize for that. Okay, that is scary. That is very, very scary. Yeah, we're going to do this because if we end up needing to bounty roll that next turn so we can cast a creature too. Okay. So effigy. If we can kill our creature here, we lose all of our counters, but we still get to kill a creature. I mean, we can discard the forest if we want, but I would really like to cast the Packmate. I'll discard the Vandal here. Oh, it is Menace. Right, decline. Right, that allows us to keep this. So we have to bind this thing. It's going to get too big. I mean, I guess Follow the Imposter is killing it next turn. Yeah, Follow's killing it next turn. Also, we can now double block it if we want. Sure. So we might want to hold this land now that we know he's running discard effects. Okay. What the fuck? Well, blown out by the rare. Yeah. Blown out entirely by the rare. Damn. I thought we had it for sure. God damn, man. Well, it's just top decks now. Sure. Huh. Can we offer the trade here? Pretty unlikely he was taking it, but you know. Sure. Infinity Kettle Masters is exactly what I expected. Infinity Kettle Masters. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. We're not racing. We're out of cards because we got rared. I'm not sure anything really helps us out of this spot. Yep. Can't beat Blood in the Snow, folks. Can't beat Doomscar either. But we already got our value, so it doesn't matter. Those are the losses I'm usually pretty okay with. You can't play around a card like that, you know? Don't play around rares. Unless you're absurdly far ahead. Like, if you really have that luxury. Like, if you have so many cards in hand and creatures in the board that you don't need to commit more and you can play around a sweeper, go ahead and play around it, but 99% of the time, you can't afford to play around cards like that. You just gotta commit.
Take your marks. Set.
I think this is okay. It's definitely risky, but we have Sworn Effigy on 2 into Effigy Rune of Might or like Effigy Brawl on 3. And opponent's going first, so we have 3 draws between then. Could be famous last words. Drew the third of our 4 expensive cards. Okay, so could be a counterspell. We are going to have to Runamite this if we don't draw a land. Brutal. And we did not draw a land. So... yeah, why not? We could have played the Sentinel there. It would have given us potential, I guess if we drew a land, we could have Grizzly Outridered. He is all of the colors and snow things. Hey! He's totally going to counter it, isn't he? Oh no, he's got a bounce or some shenanigans. Yep. We finally got the cast Old Growth Troll, folks. We can die happy now. Feed the Serpent would hurt a lot here because he'd exile. That's pretty okay. Trading this to get some more mana acceleration with a Boron Clutch in hand seems pretty alright. Oh, this is just great though. I bet you thought you could have blocked that in combat. So he kills this, we put it on this forest and cast the Sworn Effigy. Confused by that play. Oh, the Jarl. Sure. He waited for us to tap our mana so that we wouldn't get any use out of that old growth troll. Smart. Extremely smart. Sure. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can cast Grizzled next turn. If we draw a land, we can cast. Well, we can also just go Sworn and Vandal. If we draw Plains, we can cast the Protector. Oh, that's pretty good. I don't think he understood how Vorinclex was going to work there. So you like raise the drawer, or is he just rereading the card? I don't know. Okay, so we did not get... Oh, I guess this would work too, though. I mean, sacrificing this for 2 of these seems great, right? Like if he wants to make that trade. He doesn't have any snow sources untapped, so he's not pumping that naturally. That's fine for us. Two for one in. Not a big fatty. And anytime we can sacrifice this land to make a 4/4 for one. Huh. So we got 5 mana back. Boo. And another planes would be so nice. Cool. So now we can play this full swing and he's just dead, right? Even if he has a board wipe, we have creatures in hand now and a creature on board. Good get. He killed our old growth troll, folks. He killed it. Do you have a fight card? Okay. Cool. That's how I feel about that. We finally got to cast Old Growth Troll, man. If I hadn't had such a depressing week, I'd be more excited. But that's like a legendary's tale now. That's like a saga of its own. Our entire last deck pivoted around Old Growth Troll never being able to be cast. And this time we cast it and it won. Pretty cool. Redemption for the Old Growth Troll. we're way ahead of our stake now. 1,600 gems, 4 packs, 2 mythics, and a couple rares, I believe, as well. Basically covers our losses and then some from our last game. We've got a full bucket of mana. Turn 2, a turn 4. Hopefully we find something in between. Seems pretty good. Hoping we don't flood from here. There we have another quick opponent. We might just want to play the Glade as a bear here. Yeah, I kind of just want to play the Glade as a bear here. To start swinging him in. I guess if it's just a 1-2, maybe we do this and then see what he plays and we can choose our sort of combat stats a little better. Yeah. That's probably better. Got all the mana we need for the Protector here. I said we have all the mana we need for the Protector here. These two things work together nicely. So we have 10 land total left in the deck. So exactly 1/3. Seeing an old growth troll here would obviously be phenomenal. Our opponent might be stuck on one color, we're not sure. Ooh. That's a good one. And we are flooded. Nine total land left in our entire deck. It's going to be one of those games. That's fine. That's fine. Let's see. We've drawn 11. Trying to load up the deculator. We've drawn 11. Our deck is 16 land. .24 other. Oh, we drew another land. How cute. I mean, of course we did. How could we not? So now we've drawn 12 cards and 8 land. 2.4% odds. 2.4% odds this. Ha! 9 land. 13 cards. 1% odds. 1% odds. Really? Okay, so we just full swing next turn and he dies? Or does he have like Doomscar and we die? Because this doesn't recover well. Wow. So we were on a 1% draw there, folks. Our odds were 1% to have drawn 9 land in 13 cards. But somehow our opponent drew kind of even worse because they were color screwed and they didn't have threats that kept up with our threats. Waiting the turn to make this a 3-4 instead of a 2-3 was the entire game. Ended up being the entire sequence, because if this couldn't swing through as a 2-3 and my 2-2 also couldn't swing through, the whole game would have been fucked right then and there. Small things sometimes, man. Small things make big impacts. All right, we've got potentially one more, and we get to a perfect one. Well, not perfect, but you know what I mean. I'm not holding out hope, but I'm pretty happy. Can't believe we won that last one on a 1%er. It's like winning a poker hand with a pair of twos. You're like jack high. Like, it's theoretically possible, but come on. Nine land out of 16 and 13 cards. All right, we've got several good turn 2 plays. We're short of white, but pretty good hand. It's a pretty good hand. We're always playing the green first on the outside chance that we draw like green old growth troll. We want to be able to play it. We're probably just foretelling the pack mate here. The most efficient play would be to play the Scorn Effigy, but gonna need to draw some interaction here. Horizon Seeker's pretty good for our opponent. I think we just swing our 3. And we play our Mentor. If he has, like, exactly land Demon Bolt, he gets us. Did I call it? Okay. Oh my god, I've never seen a faster Shame Scoop in my life. Holy shit. Dude. Oh my god, that was incredible. Glad we got that one recorded. Well, I don't know what he thought was going to happen, but that's not what happened. So, let's take a look at this deck again before it goes away. We started off with a marginal pick of a rare that was a draw 3 for 5. It seemed like a reasonable card to start a snow base around because it's powerful and the format's fairly dirtily. We forewent? Is that right? And we picked Blizzard Brawl instead. We were immediately rewarded with Bound in Gold. We picked a Struggle of Skemfar over a Binding of the Old Gods. We also picked up a very late Fall of the Imposter and a very late Maja, which signaled that we did choose the correct color pairing, and those cards were making it around to us very, very late. We also opened a Vorinclex, which was fantastic. We got a Master Scald pretty late in the draw, after we had already gotten Bound in Golds and Falls, which meant it was going to be great, although it never got used. We picked up a Rune Crown as our third card, I believe, and we didn't get a rune until, like, pick 6 of pack 3. So we just, like, whew, we Very, very narrowly got paid off there. That card ended up being great. That combo ended up being fucking great. We got to cast and win a game with our Old Growth Troll, which may be my favorite thing ever. That's happened in Limited in the last year for me. And, yeah, we just ended up with a really solid curve. Things kind of just worked out. When you have good cards, you actually have a fighting chance. Things can work out. This was a super fun deck. I'd love to be able to assemble something good like this for another run. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy, man. I am pretty happy. We had a good result, and we are going to claim our prize. My name is Gravity Groove. This has been Not Safe for Work Magic. If you've enjoyed the limited content that I produce here, I would love if you would leave a comment. You can leave a comment of anything. The comment should probably be Old Growth Troll rocks. Seriously. Or Old Growth Troll rules ass. Because really, like, this was really the story of the Old Growth Troll. I was just here. I was just a bystander to His Majesty. You know it's true. Also consider subscribing, liking, disliking. Tell your barber, your mom, your pops, your rabbi, your barista. They need to know about me. I need to get to 400 subscribers. I know it doesn't matter. It's just a personal goal. The unrounded number of like 391, 392, it's making me sad. Just help me out. It'll take you like 5 seconds, and I appreciate it. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching the show today with me, and I do hope you'll come back around and bring a friend. Later. Boom.